where your monarchy comes from, and where originally did the Igueben people originate in Edo State, Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you very much. I am His Royal Highness Hizoje Elojerial First JP, the Onoje of Igueben and Okaigun of Isanland. The name derives from the title I hold as the king of my community. Because, as you know, in Nigeria, before the coming of the British around the 18th century, you find every community, every kingdom was ruled by the king, as the monarchy. That is why it is not a new thing it's not surprising to the British people what a monarchy is all about. But to the Americans, I know it's a new thing. And so in my kingdom, we have quite a number of other kingdoms within the district.
Okay.
What you might call a district is ruled by a chairman in my own place. What you will refer to as a mayor here in the United States.
Okay, so if I may, so the equivalent, just to help our American viewers understand, so the equivalent of a kingship in where you're from is equal to, say, a city that has a mayor.
Thank you.
So you would be considered the equivalent of a mayor, possibly, from where you're from?
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite, because within that city, you have other kingdoms.
Okay.
These kingdoms are quite independent, yet they are more or less, I am one amongst equal in the kingdom, because I stay with the mayor or the chairman, as the case may be. Therefore, we have many kingdoms within the district.
I understand. Okay, and now that's a present state of affairs, but could you take us back to as early as possible to where your kingdom can be traced?
Yeah, essentially, Igueben Kingdom came into being around the 15th, 16 AD.
Okay, 15, 16, 80.
Yes, and the story is that the Benin Kingdom in that part of the world,
Saying Benin?
in Benin Kingdom, okay. Edo State, present Edo State, okay. Had this rule extended virtually most part of Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, and in those days, before the British came in, it was a matter of wars, intertribal wars.
Okay.
Therefore, the Benin Kingdom from time to time do engage in war of subjugation. Gotcha. You know, in an attempt to expand the kingdom, okay. Or repel any attempt to your invasion.
Okay.
Therefore, the warriors from time to time go on such missions. Okay. And it is in one of the expenditure that you had the name Ebe, the man Ebe, left Benin, leading other warriors to ward off some invaders. Okay. And they passed this particular spot of settlement now known as Igueben.
Okay.
A year later, in 1516...
Before we continue on, so just to recap the story, from the Benin Kingdom to repel the invasion, this man, Eben, he went through the area known as Igueben today.
Yes.
To repel who exactly?
Yeah, another kingdom we call the Ida in another, from another area.
Okay. Another group of people?
Yes,
okay.
Another group of people. So he, being a warrior, was in charge of these other warriors that went after these invaders. And they passed this spot, and on their way back a year later, after succeeding in their mission, this particular spot they stopped to have a rest. They discovered all the things that were thrown away, all the pieces of yam and so on had grown to become heavy
yam that was in the ground.
Yes, that means the place is very fertile and very good for them to settle. And they decided to send emissary. The Igueben decided to send emissary back to the Oba. In those days, you have to take permission because that would be rebellious. To the Oba to say, oh, this place has been found to be so good, we want to remain here, settle here, and live here. And as usual, we will take some items, some gifts to show the Oba that this is why we want to live here.
Fertile land. Okay.
And we don't forget that in those days, there was this Obas of Benin in those days were very ruthless. Okay. So it is possible the Igueben wanted a safe place, a safer place, and to have a leadership role, you know.
I see.
He decided to settle there and make the place a home.
I see.
And that settlement of the 15th, 16th century has gradually grown from a hamlet, a little settlement, to a city we now have as Igueben today.
I see. Okay, so from 1516, from the original settlement, all the way to now, can you tell us just how the development has occurred to what does the people look like now? What kind of agriculture?
Yes, it's a very, very interesting story. You have people who settled as warriors, as fighters those days, went into farming,